So guys, so often I get video ideas from viewers, and today's video is no different. Leonard had an interesting point on tracking your dispersion. We're going to talk about that today. Okay guys, so we're going to come back to the golf course in a bit because I think the last tip for dispersion is the best tip of all. I'll see you in a few minutes. I recently got a comment. Matter of fact, this was a reply to another commenter. So I want to share it with you. Good information, but I don't think too many courses will let you go out and hit shot after shot from the same places on one of your holes to decide what club to hit from that distance. Also, as I have always said, trying to gap your clubs using range balls gives you the distance you hit range balls, not your game balls. Thank you, Leonard. I appreciate it, and I want to answer those questions. You're right. Most courses won't let you hit shot after shot. And actually, in the video that he was referring to, I hit 6 shots on 2 different holes. So, like I mentioned in some videos, the key for me is to go out in the evening. A lot of times I'll go out at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening where there's not a lot of people on the golf course. On a lot of golf courses, you can find some slow times. However, the point of the video wasn't about me hitting shot after shot on one hole. Actually, I started that video hitting at a school. So what I want to do from this comment is to give you guys some ideas to how you can get your gapping done without having to do it shot after shot after shot on the golf course. So if you haven't noticed already, I'm not in my normal location at a golf course. I never look at a reason why I can't do something. I always look at a way in which I can make it work. Yes, there are limitations, but it really doesn't do us a whole lot of good to sit around thinking about them. I got my rangefinder here. I can go to the end 225 yards that way, another 210 yards that way. Now, we've got 130 yards that way. So, yes, from time to time, there are going to be people in this park. But right now, we have a bunch of cars parked and no one at all on the swing set or on the benches or anywhere at this park. If I wanted to hit balls right now, I could hit 40, 50 balls out into the open area. I could use this park as an area in which I can get my distances. If you have a park that's maybe 140 yards or 150 yards, you could get your distances with your wedges, maybe your short irons. You can hit off of the grass. If the grass is too high, you can bring a hitting mat and a couple targets to aim at. Many schools will allow you during after hours, 5 o'clock in the evening, 6 o'clock in the evening, school is out of session. Many schools you can hit out in their field or whatever it might be. I've got about 171 yards to those trees out there, and if I went diagonally, I could hit it 250 yards, which is further than I can hit it. You want to check and make sure that's okay. But here is another area to where if you want to get your dispersion, you can do the same thing, get some cones, get some targets, and take 40, 50 balls out and hit them at those targets, just like I mentioned at the park. And you can figure out a good idea what your dispersion is. Number 2, where there's a will, there's a way. So another way to track your distances, get a net, set it up in your backyard, get a handheld device, and hit shots with every club, and that'll give you a good idea on what your distances are on course. Another thing we can do is go to a good old-fashioned driving range. We could take a handheld simulator like the Voice Caddy SC300. You can actually get one of the little handheld devices for under $100 now. There's going to be some questions about using range balls, and I did do a video comparing range balls to regular balls. If you like, you can go back and check out that video, but there's going to be some differences if you're hitting range balls. If you have some extra money, go to... This video is brought to you by Golf Ball Planet. Golf Ball Planet has been the #1 supplier of used golf balls since 1997. They have an extensive selection of all the top quality premium brands. To get top quality golf balls without breaking the bank, you should check out Golf Ball Planet. You can save 18% by using the code MSH18. I'll also put a link in the description. Get the ball of your choice, and for purposes of getting your dispersion, it could be a very worthwhile investment. Otherwise, you're going to have to make some adjustments for using range balls. So guys, now there's so many places that have driving ranges that have TrackMan and other type of technology that you can get real world numbers. Now you're still hitting range balls. You can go look at my video again that I used with range balls to find out how much those range balls may possibly affect your shot. You're only going to do this once in a while. Get some golf balls, get some recycled golf balls from Golf Ball Planet, and get your numbers. So guys, in this instance with the drive, we're talking about total distance, but I have an app, a free app. There's tons of free apps out there that you could use to track your shots. Any course that has Yamaha carts, there's a free app called YamaTrack. I can mark where I hit the shot from, mark the shot again when I get to the ball, and I know that that ball went 214 yards to there. There's 103 yards to the center of this green. I'm going to hit that shot button again, and it's going to track this shot. We're going to hit a pitching wedge. Let's go see where it's at. You can do this fairly quickly. Hit shot, and it'll track the distance. You want to go to your ball mark that we're always repairing. This shows that this ball flew 104. So the flag was pretty much in the center. So now we know that pitching wedge was 104 yards. You can track it however you want. I would put the 215 in one slot on the card, and then below that I would just write 104 PW. I'm 183 from the center of the green, 195 from the back. The flag is somewhere between 183 and 195, probably about 190. And to the high wood and see how far it goes. I would hit this button for shot, and you see how it says 0 yards now. So if we start moving, the yardage is going to start to change and track how far we've moved. I kind of hit a little heel shot that started right. It's not going to obviously make a ball mark if we don't hit the green. So we do have to keep an eye where the ball flew. And I pretty much knew right where that ball flew. So I seen it. Let's go get it. Okay, guys, so this ball landed just short of this corner of the green here. Actually hit hard and bounced all the way pretty much through the green. That corner we were 166. So we hit that high wood, a miss hit off the hill, 166 yards. So I think that's going to be important, not only how good your good shots go, but how far do they go when you miss hit them. This pin was well back here, 195 to the back edge, so we were about 190 or so. The driver, we can only see the total distance with this. We can't see the carry distance. However, you can get an idea of the carry distance depending on where you're going, and if you could see pretty well. I do know here it's about 208 to carry that creek. So guys, if you play in wet conditions, this could work out pretty good even with the driver. Sometimes you're lucky enough to be able to see where the ball landed. And this is where my ball landed. The carry distance on this drive was 214 yards. So we have a front pin. We've got 107 to the center. I'm going to hit shot here, and we will hit a pitching wedge again. $100 yards on the dot with this carry distance here. Tricky little pin placement here. That would have kept rolling, I think. I hope something I showed in this video gave you some ideas in which you can track your dispersion, about tracking it on the actual golf course. Even if you don't have the app, you know if you have 140 yards to a pin and you're 10 yards short, you can jot that down on your scorecard, how often you're short, how often you're long, and what clubs you hit. And eventually, you'll get a good idea of what your dispersion is. Track it throughout your year, and you'll be able to hit more shots pin high. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Mr. Short Hitter, out.
5 holes to go, just play 13.